guys. What's going on? Uh-oh. What the heck? Mini chat. How are you all doing? I have to find us on here because mini chat's gonna make me write it all over again tonight. Yes, I know. Boy, you can't push one button, because if you do, you're in trouble. Hey Dolores, hey Linda. Awesome girl. Yeah, I screwed up because mini chat, if you push one wrong button, you're in trouble. So now I'm gonna have to go all the way back and start over because I pushed the wrong button. Hey Jennifer, hey Tina. Yeah, so bear with me while I go through all the steps again. Crazy, crazy. This dumb thing. You have to know what you're doing with this stuff, I'll tell you. Because if you don't, it's a pain in the neck. Hey Lynn, hey Carol. Yeah, they say mini chat's going to be changing. I thought, oh boy, that's not a good thing, because I just barely know how to use it now. Hey Sandy. So it's going to take a little bit longer to set it up tonight because I stupidly pushed the wrong button. Hey Sam, hey Karen. Hold on. Hey Kathy. Hold on, guys. Sometimes it just doesn't go smoothly. Thanks, Dolores. Hey, Sharon. Finally. Hey, Marilyn. Hi, Marlene. Well, hopefully, finally. There we go. Oh, I'll tell you what. You just push one wrong little thing on there, and you're typing everything all over again. So that is not fine. Hey, girlfriend. How are you doing, Carolyn? So we're going to make a rose. Hey, Darlene. Hi, Kathy. I thought we'd switch it up a little tonight. Hey, Michelle. What are those multicolored items on the shelf? I'm trying to see what you're looking at. Are you talking about this? Are you talking about this on the Hey, Cecile? You're talking about my drawers right here? Oh gosh. See this. Are you talking about these drawers? Hey, Melinda. I didn't know what you were talking about, but these are a set of drawers I got at Michael's, if that's what you're talking about. The flower board, Kathy. Hi, Jackie. these are a set of shelves I got at Michael's. Well, not shelves, they're a bunch of drawers. Hey Faye! And I keep all my stuff in it that I need, all my stuff. So we are gonna make a beautiful red rose tonight. I thought I'd change it up a little. I finished the Gold Angel. You're welcome, Elaine. It happened to be on sale one night when I went into Michael's. It was like $30 instead of $70 or something. So I thought, yeah, that'll work. So anyway, let me show you the Gold Angel I finished this afternoon, just so you could see it. I think she came out really pretty. I think she came out gorgeous. Check her out. Isn't she pretty? You're welcome. Hey Dawn. Hi Nellie. So this is the Gold Angel that I got finished this afternoon. My brain still a bit fogged from the medicine mess. Oh, Kathy. Oh, do have to have a place for all the stuff. You got that right, Elaine. Thanks, Linda. So I'll put her back up. And I figured we'll do something different tonight. Thanks, Cecile. Thanks, Carol. Thanks, Darlene, Marilyn. Thanks, Brenda. Thank you, Linda. So, hey, Jean, how are you? So let's put the camera down. Hey, Jackie, thank you. And we're going to get started on that red rose. So this is the Unique in the Creek flower board, the large one. As you can see, I preloaded all the zip ties in all the sets of 2 around each row. What the crown made of. It's strapping, Darlene. You get it at Craft Outlet. You're talking about the halo? The halo strapping. The head is styrofoam. A styrofoam ball cut in half. Yes. So I preloaded the zip ties, like I said, all the rows around, all the sets of 2 you put a zip tie in. I'm going to try a live sale since. What's going on with you, Kathy? What's wrong with you, girl? Why are you on all these meds? Yes, it's called strapping. And you get it at Craft Outlet. It was on sale. Probably once it's gone, though, it's going to be gone. So I'm thinking, I don't know, if it's not gone already, you know. So I cut, this is fabric mesh, red fabric mesh. It's beautiful. And what I had to laugh because I heard one of the designers say that you cannot cut this with a wood burning tool. Well, that's all I use to cut it. So maybe their wood burning tool is not a very good one, but that's how I cut it. And it's cut in 9 inches. So how you make the petals is you just fold corner to corner. These are a little different. Just scrunch up the bottom until you have a little tail like that, and that's what it looks like. So then you put the petal in facing outside. Is it, Michelle? Oh darn. So we'll have to change to something else. I figured, and what my concern is it was on sale, and I'm wondering if they're not going to get any more. So as you put them in, you're putting them in the first row. The first row is a set of 4. Oh heck, Hang on, I forgot to plug my phone in. Oh no, Kathy. Let me plug the phone in. I always forget something. I don't know. You'd think as many times as I did this that I wouldn't forget to do something. Hi, Brenda. Hi, Karen. Hey, Jean. The fabric mesh, I either got it at Craft Outlet, Trendy Tree, or the Wreath shop. I can't remember now because I've been buying it. Hey, Alma. So you put it in the first row and then you just twirl it like, you know, like a rose would look, and cut the zip tie off. So then you go to the next one, fold it corner to corner, scrunch that little tail, and then put it in the next one, facing the outside of the board. Oh, this darn thing. I tell you, this SIRI of mine on this iPad, I don't even say it and it comes on. Is it? Yes, Kathy, it is 10-inch roll. It's 10 inches and I cut it at 9 inches. Hi, Iris. How are you doing? Again, just fold it in. This, I usually have all these petals made by now, but we went to get a hamburger, so I didn't have it done. I've seen this type of flower. Awesome, Linda. Well, this is the rose. It's made on the Unique in the Creek flower board, the large one. You could do it on a small one too, but I like to do them on the large one. So I'm just adding the petals to the middle row, which is, let's see, all the rows are marked on the board. So this is on row 5. So happy to hear that, Iris. How long have you been married? 46 years, Elaine. 46 long years. That'll work for a week. I'm going to copy you. You do that, Kathy. So again, just fold the petal in half, scrunch it up, make that little 1-inch tail, and go to the next one in the row and tighten it. So you keep winding the petals around as you go. You will be putting some glue on the petals after it's done. I always put the glue on at the end because I tried doing it once before I was finished, and my rose at least just didn't lay right. So I do it after I'm done. Right, Elaine? Wow is right, girl. So again, you just fold it in. All the petals are the same. And now we're on the next row. I can't believe I actually came out here to get ready. I do not, Elaine. I use a rubber band around the second row, not the first one. Doesn't make sense to you yet, Linda? It should. My clothespins are put away, Pat. I don't need them yet for this. I just put them, they hang on my drawers here in a pail. So just put it in. I mean, you could put a rubber band around the middle section if you want, but I always just put it around the second row from the middle. Hey, Willie! So all you're doing is going around the rows with the petals. Actually, the board's doing all the work, really. And you're just helping it along a little bit. Thanks, Marlene. Hi, Esmelda. How are you? So, I don't know if you guys saw my post, but my cardiologist's office called me today and my stress test is normal. Woohoo! So happy to hear. Now all I have to do is wait on blood work results from my primary care doctor. I can't celebrate yet. Hopefully I'll be able to celebrate tomorrow night after the blood work comes in. Yes, he knew I'd be stressing, so he had her call me. Of course, I freaked out when I saw his office phone number on my phone, thinking, uh-oh. But, yeah, he knew I'd be blowing up his cell phone if he didn't. So, thanks, Joanne. Thank you, everyone. Yes, it was awesome news. Wait, what were you talking about strapping on Amazon? What is strapping for? Sissy, it's what I make the halo on the angel out of. Welcome you to input zip ties in the last row. Are you talking about this row, Kathy? That comes later. Yes, thank you, everyone. Does it take 1 or 2 rows of fabric mesh? Sharon, it takes a whole roll and 5 pieces off a second roll. Yes, thank you, Kathy. Thank you, everyone. I was pretty happy he had her call me. You're welcome. Yes, I will put leaves on the end. Hi, Debbie. Yes, thanks, Esmelda. Hey, Matthew, how are you? Hi, Tammy. How are you doing, Matthew? So we're making the rows tonight, and I have to remember because I put the rubber band after the second row. You're welcome, Sharon. This is the large flower frame, Matthew. Hey, Diana. I like to do the roses on the large one. You can do them on the small one. They just come out smaller, that's all. 1 whole roll, Esmelda, and 5 pieces off another roll. And they're cut in 9-inch squares, 9 by 10. So, yes, what type of mesh is that? This is fabric mesh, Matthew. You're welcome, Esmelda. Yep, this is fabric mesh. I love working with fabric mesh. And I hadn't worked with it for so long, making all the angels. When I started cutting today for this, I thought, oh, this is so nice. But it's double the price of regular mesh. It's like $8.50 a yard, a roll. $8 to $8.50 depending on where you get it. So I'm sure it would make a beautiful angel, but you wouldn't be able to sell the angel for $45 if you use fabric mesh because of the price of fabric mesh. So, but that doesn't mean it's going to stop me from making one. I miss a comment, Kathy? I'm sorry if I missed one. All right, so at this point, this is where I put a rubber band to hold this center section. Right, Lori? You made it, Dee Dee. Yes, it is, Jean. I'm okay, girl. I'm all right. My stress test was normal. Yay. Okay. So let's just get the rubber band out. Sometimes this part is a little tricky. Hey, Mary, you're fine, girl. Yes, Sarah, I am. Thank you. I hope you are too. You only have one roll of red? Nah, you need another one, Kathy. You need 5 pieces off another roll. Unless you're making it on the small flower board, then you probably could do it with 1. So this is a little tricky. Hey, Francis. Getting it around this center. Yes, they are, Dolores. They really are faster. Just put the rubber band in and tuck everything in. And I do not take it off. I don't take the rubber band off, I leave it on. Just trying to make sure all the petals are facing the right way. Hi, BJ. How are you doing? Just trying to get them all facing the right way. Because sometimes they like to do their own thing. So you got to let them know you're the boss. Yes, you see how these petals are, they're supposed to be going this way. Yes, it is, Matthew. 9 inches, Sarah. It's 9 by 10. The mesh comes in 10-inch, and I cut them 9 inches. So right now I'm just trying to get all the petals to go the way they're supposed to. How or wow, BJ? Don't you? Oh, I'm okay. How are you? Hi, Luann. You're welcome, Sarah. Alright, just almost there. Sometimes I wish I had a rubber mat because it likes to slide around on these cutting mats. But as you can see, the bud is forming. Oh, I know, Marilyn. Hobby Lobby is, their mesh isn't that great. For sure, you have to use the wood burning with that tool with their mesh. Thanks, Faye. So I'm not sure if this rubber band is tight enough. I may end up changing it, which would be easy to do at this point. Hi, Bruda. Can you put it on a towel? Oh, good idea, but I don't have one in here. That probably would work. You guys always give me such great ideas. I don't think of them. Hi, Cecilia. Because to my granddaughter, and she asked for one after she gets her angel. Aww. Yes, it's very simple. I just put the mesh around the middle 2 rows, and then you just turn it around each other as you go. You definitely have to put glue in, and I do that at the end because one time I tried doing it before the end and it didn't work too well. So I'm not going to do that. That's right, Rhoda. Hi, Shirley. So, aw, thanks, Lorraine. I've been missing you too, girl. Where you been? I've been here every night this week. I've been here. All right. I think that'll do for now. Maybe cut a piece of shelf liner handy. Yes, Dolores. You know what else I was thinking of? Those, it's probably what you're thinking of, those rubber things that you put on your shelf liner. Oh, you know what? I just bought one of these. Oh, that'll work. Well, it'll still be slippery. I bought one of these turntable things because I figured I could use it for something. Hey, Barbara. Hey, Becky. Keep it handy. No, you're fine. I'm thinking of those rubber things that you put on stuff so things don't slide around on your shelf. I have a bunch of that in the house. So, all right, let's move on to the next row. Yeah, I'm going to have to bring a piece of that out here. That's a good idea. So all these petals, you put them toward the outside, the little tail. Hey, Gail! Yeah, I'm thinking of that rubber stuff. And I have a bunch of it in the house. Still use your turntable. Yes, I could, Sissy. I could do that. But I need that rubber thing. I need that rubber piece. So, under my cushions in my dining room chairs. That's a good idea, Dolores. Hey, Renelle. A rubber mat would work. Yep, you're right, Lorraine. You need something that's not slippery like these cutting mats are. I have you on my laptop and phone, so I gotcha, Kathy. You should turn the volume off one of them. So this is 10-inch mesh, Deborah, but it's cut in 9-inch pieces. Except this last row that we're gonna do, that row's cut in 10 inches. Hi, Janice. Should I cut mine easy or hard to do? Sissy, it's very easy. Just make sure you do it in a ventilated area, or use a mask, because you know you're cutting plastic, so it's probably not too good for you. I demonstrated on cutting with the wood burning tool on several of my other videos, Sissy, if you want to watch. inside. I just came outside. Oh, gotcha. Hey, Gail. This is the large board, Sarah. Yes, that would work, Mary. You're right. That would work. So don't forget, guys, my auction sale is Sunday at 7:30. Some hot blue squiggly lines in the... There you put the board on. That's true. I never thought of that, Matthew. That would work too. That would work. Anything rubbery would work. Oh, you're welcome, Sissy. You don't have to leave yet, girl. You could stay till the end. Hey, Venus. Oh, dear roses, sunflower petals around the outside. How would I blend the two together? I have seen others make them. Oh, you're talking about, they have a name for that kind of wreath. They only do the rose part in the very middle. Like I'm thinking the first row or the first 2 rows, and then the sunflower petals are around the outside, the rest of the 2 rows. Yes, Deborah. Okay, Sissy. I don't want you to leave. But I will tell you, Sissy, you see that all mesh has these squares in them? When you're cutting with the wood burning tool, you get your right measurement and you just go down the middle of these squares. Just go down the middle and follow it all the way down. And you're always going to get a straight line, because you know that these squares are not in the mesh crooked. Even though it'll look crooked as you're cutting, when you straighten it out, you'll see it's very straight. I've used mine so much that the tip is worn down. It used to have a pointy tip, but it doesn't anymore. So my daughter bought me a different kind. She bought me one that's like, hey Debbie, I'm okay. The Sarah, yeah, I think it is, Nellie. My daughter bought me one that has a long point on the end of it. I haven't used it because it doesn't have an on-off switch, but I think I'm going to try it. No, I think it's called the Sarah flower, Mary. You do the petals first and then the rose part. Yeah, I would imagine you would, because you want to hide the little things sticking out. Yes, Kathy, it is. UniqueInTheCreek.com. Connie M, capital letters, 1 word. Yes, it's called the Sarah flower. That's right. I just couldn't think of it as we were talking about it. So now we're on the next to the last row. Once you get everything prepared for the rows, it goes pretty quickly. Yes, you would have to start with the sunflower petals. Now on this row, I put the tails toward the inside because I don't want them sticking out on the last row. You got burned, Lorraine? Girl, you got to be careful. I can't tell you how many times I get burned. A lot. I stuck my thumb right on the tip the other day. That smarted. So, Lori is actually going to teach how to make the rose at the crafters convention. I think that's going to be challenging to do with a lot of people there, but she's such a good instructor. I'm sure she could do it. Thanks, Debbie. You're so sweet. I have to say, I think the red rose is my favorite rose. They're all pretty. All the colors are pretty, but I'm partial to the red rose, I think. So we went to Five Guys for dinner, and I'm always smart enough not to use any of my Weight Watchers points during the day. Have you guys ever gone, do you have Five Guys where you guys are? Their hamburgers are pretty good. Trouble is, I could probably eat more than one. And I can't eat more than one. If I really want to get full, that is. But their French fries are really good. Stuff for the halo, base, and bow. Ah, good, Kathy. They're saying that the strapping is out. Fries are good, yes. They're homemade, and they are good. But unfortunately, you can't eat too much on the Weight Watchers plan. Don't we all, Dolores? Yes, the fries are really good. They are. They actually went out of business where my sister lives in Okeechobee. I was shocked to see that. But you know why? Because they're not cheap. In Okeechobee, Florida, there's a lot of people that don't spend a lot of money on eating out, so they're not cheap, but they're the same. You get what you pay for. Yeah, and the peanuts. I didn't have any peanuts tonight because I already went off my points. So, I did not have any peanuts. So I'm just putting the petals on the around the next to the last row. Hi Teresa. You came in on food, girl. You know, when you're on a diet, all you can think of is food. Yeah, I don't know why they closed in Okeechobee, because Okeechobee does not have a lot of decent restaurants. Yeah, the last row is the toughest on the rows. It surely is. Have you been checking your groin today to make sure? Oh, I didn't have that done, Debbie. I didn't have anything done there. I think you're thinking of the, hey Ruth, you're thinking of when they go up and check you for a stent. What is that called? I just had the stress test. You headed for food? Is it Lori who does a rubber band around her rows? Yes, Gail. But some people do it around the first row, and I do it around the second row. When to lose weight years ago, I just didn't eat over 5 fat grams a day. That would do it, Kathy. Yes, I had a chemical, yeah, heart cat. That's right. I did not have a heart cat, thank God. No, I had just a stress test. I do have a stent, Debbie, but I had that 3 years ago. That's what I had to have the stress test for, to make sure my stent is still working. It was just a precaution. Yeah. I know what you were talking about. I was in the hospital for a week when I had my stent. That's when they found out I needed a CPAP machine. You're fine, Debbie. No worries, girl. Oh, you're okay, Gail. It's around not the first 4 petals. The next row is where I put the rubber band. Carol! Ice cream sounds delightful. You guys are bad. Cheese is 5 fat grams. No more cheeseburger. I know, Carol. And I love cheese. I thought I'd really survive on the keto, but it didn't work. Didn't work for me anyways. I need more of a, I need to be able to eat a sandwich. And when I gained 3 pounds, I said, that's it. I'm not suffering like this to gain 3 pounds. I had lost 5 and gained 3. And I didn't cheat. So I said, nope. Back to Weight Watchers. Tomato sandwich, jumbo. A lot of people like that tomato sandwich. It's not for me. No, Deirdre, just 1 piece. Oh, Marilyn, you had cereal, Luann? I could pass that. I could pass that up. This is fabric mesh. That's why it's so pretty and vibrant. I saw you say hi, Willie, but that's all I saw. Did you say anything else? Let me look back. All I saw was you saying hi. Nope. I'm not seeing you, Willie. I see you now, though. You had Sloppy Joes? Ugh. Yes, I have, Dolores. I've lost weight on Weight Watchers. Actually, I don't get too excited, but let's see. I've lost 8 pounds. BiPAP machine. It's not my lungs. It's my brain. It keeps telling my lungs not to breathe during my sleep. Ah, Venus. Yeah. Well, when I was in the hospital for my heart attack, after the stent, I finally got some sleep, and the nurses came running in yelling, "Wake up, wake up!" Yes, I see you now, Willie. And I thought, what? I finally got some sleep and you're waking me up. They said your heart rate really dropped. I said, oh, Jesus. So, I made a trip to the ICU. Yeah, 8 pounds. It's okay, but when you have as much to lose as I do. I don't think you eat anything and yet gain 3 pounds every other month. Right, Deborah? I gained weight just looking at food. Thanks, Dolores. But I want more, girl. I want more. That's probably before I ate my 5 Guys tonight. Well, alright. We're almost done with this row. Yeah, this fabric mesh, you just can't beat it. It's worth the I mean, you get what you pay for. but it can run into some money on some things that use a lot of mesh. And a lot of times you can't get your money back, so you just can't use it on everything. I mean, you can, but you have to raise your rates to accommodate for it. Dolores, I have more than one. Usually I try to save my cheat days for the weekends, but hopefully I didn't screw up too bad tonight. So what's everyone doing for Father's Day? I can't believe dumb old me picked Father's Day to have my auction sale. But you know me, I do goofy things. Right, Dolores? I know. That was what happened to me last year when I was in the hospital. So now CPAP machine. Me too, Deborah. They wouldn't let me go home without the CPAP machine. Well, they put me on it at the hospital. Have you guys ever had the one in the hospital? Oh my word. That thing is horrible. You're in camping in Mackinac. I wish I was camping in Mackinac. Beautiful up there. Okay, so now the hard row begins. And this is why I didn't put any ties in the last row. Come over here. Oh my, I have a few clothespins on here. When do you order your fabric? Where? Rhoda, either Craft Outlet, Trendy Tree, or the Wreath shop. I'm pretty sure they all have it. I can't remember. When I see that one doesn't have it, then I go look for another one. So right now, as you can see, there's two holes right close together on the last row. This is where you put your hanging wire or whatever you're going to use to hang it up. I always use a zip tie because I feel like it's easier and it'll definitely hold, so I put a zip tie in for my hanging. Send some of that cool weather down here. It's like 97, 95, 97. Alright, so now this is the tricky part. And this is about one of the only times that you could use a short zip tie on these petals. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So these are 10-inch petals. They're cut 10 by 10. That's what you would use on your last row. Yeah, it's 95 here. So you fold the petal like the rest of them. Nellie, you could have it, girl. And put the zip tie around the tail. This is a small zip tie. And this is how I use them up, because you can get away with it. Honey, how did you... It was normal, Venus. It was normal. Thank you for asking. 10 inches, Alma, you'll see why as I go through this row. Awesome, Darlene. All right, so now you get your zip tie again, and you come over to the last hole on this row. There's 8 holes around this last row. Put it through, facing, the flat part's facing you. Now you bend, oh, this stupid thing. I swear I'm going to turn off that SIRI on this. So you bend your tail towards you so you expose the zip tie. Just like we did the wings on the angel. And you grab that zip tie. And don't tighten this all the way on the board. And I'll show you why after we get done with this row. Well, Kathy, if you do this, thanks, Venus. If you do this first, then you squish all of this when you're going across to finish the rows. So I always do this last because I don't like to squish the middle part. Thanks, Cindy. The Jaco Camping Group this weekend. I decided to go 4 hours north of our house. We're about an hour and a half northwest of Detroit. Gonna freeze. That's okay. That's all right, Gail. Nothing better than, I'd rather camp in cold weather than hot weather, let me tell you. All right. Good night, Kathy. Hope you feel better, girl. All right, so scrunch up your little tail and put your zip tie around the tail. Don't tighten it too much because you're going to be grabbing this zip tie with the other ones from the board. So, oh no, Brenda. Well, glad you're back, girl. All right, so now, again, you go to the next hole right here. These are the holes on your last row of your board. Put the zip tie in facing you, with the flat end facing you. Fold this petal towards you to expose the zip tie that's on the petal. Grab it. Ah, these zip ties always turn on me. Grab that zip tie. Hi, Bobette. Oh, there's one of these boards and one of the angel boards. Awesome, Bobette. And then don't tighten the zip tie all the way on the board. And I'll tell you why after we get all the way around. So you're leaving these petals hanging. And again, these are cut 10 inches, not 9. Oh, you're not telling me anything, Gail. 16 holes on the last. Really? The small board? I have some small board. Oh, I see it. Yeah, I've never used a small board. I see it now. I did get some. Alright, so you just scrunch it up. Get your zip tie. And this is when you could use up your little zip ties on these petals. Well, that didn't work good. Come on. There we go. Even on this, these stupid little zip ties are hard to grab. So go to the next hole and put this zip tie in on the board. Fold this petal towards you and grab that zip tie on the petal. Remember not to tighten these on the boards. You're not going to tighten those yet till you get all these petals on. Now we go to the next one. Fold it. And then you scrunch this tail, put the zip tie on it. Can you imagine using these little dinky zip ties all over the board? No way. I got them at a flea market, Venus. I stocked up on zip ties when I went to the flea market. And I didn't realize that I wouldn't be using them very often. So this is when I try to use them up. Alright, let's see. We're almost around. So this is the tricky part of making a rose. This part right here. Aw, thanks, Kathy. You're fine. You caught the hardest part of making a rose. You're welcome, Venus. Yes, if you guys want to find zip ties, if you go to flea markets, they're always where the tools are. You wouldn't think to look there, but that's where they usually have them. And I like to go to flea markets that have dollar stores in them, and that's where you find them too. Thank you, Dawn. Okay, so go to the next hole. Fold the petal towards you. And zip. Did you see the zip tie gun on Amazon? It pulls your zip ties tight. Really, Nellie? I did not see that. Girl, I'm spending a lot on Amazon. Now I'm going to have to go look. It definitely would save on your hands, that's for sure. Has anyone used one of them? Have you used it, Nellie? Be nice to see how it works. Really, Linda? Wow, I have to check that out. I would love to see how that worked. No kidding. You got one at Harbor Freight? Yeah. How much is it? Really, Brenda? But is it big zip ties or little ones that you can use? Yeah. Is it called zip tie gun? Now, are you sure you're not talking about the ones that you add to to fabric and stuff to mark the price on it? Me too, Kathy. Make it Wreath less. Make flowers with the zip tie gun. Oh, I'm gonna have to check that out. Cause sometimes my hands hurt so bad at night. I sleep with cable tie gun. Oh, okay. I sleep with braces on my hands. Right, Alma? No, it's a zip tie gun. Yeah, it's red. It's red? I have one, but I don't use it. It seems to cut off the tie before it is tight enough. It could be user error though. I got mine at Harbor Freight. I can't remember the price, but it wasn't much. Huh. I'm definitely going to look into that. But yeah, I wonder if it would tighten it enough. One more. At Amazon, Brenda, or Harbor Freight? I didn't see how it would work and what you were doing. You could definitely use on regular wreath making. Huh. Harbor Freight was $8. Wow. Looks like I need to go back to Harbor Freight, or I'll check my Amazon though. You know, I like the idea of it coming right to my door. Yes. Harbor Freight. I know, I definitely probably have arthritis. Well, my doctor thinks I have arthritis in my hands because my hands hurt a lot. I'll definitely be checking that out. Oops. Alright, we're on the last petal. At least the last red petal. So is it called the zip tie cutter, Diane, or the zip tie gun? What is it called? I'll be looking up that for sure. Yeah, me too, Brenda. My hands really hurt a lot, so my doctor is pretty sure I have arthritis in it. It's called the cable tie gun. Zip tie cutter. Wow, how do I know which one it is? It's called the zip tie cutter or zip tie gun. Well, I'll just look up both of them. Let's see. Because I definitely tighten a lot of zip ties. I wonder if your hand. Okay, so now we're at the point why we had to put these on loosely. And the reason is each piece of this petal is going to go into the neighboring zip tie. Like this one's going to go over here, this one's going to go over here. When you have two pieces in each zip tie, then that's when you tighten it. Yeah, my hands hurt. Definitely do. Cable tie gun. Okay. Alright, thanks, Esmelda. Cable gun. Ah, well, I'm not getting the $36 one. So, you put each one of these pieces on the last row. Each one of these ends go in the neighboring zip tie. So this go over here. And that's why you make these 10 inches, because they have to stretch across. This one goes over here, and this one goes over here. Alright, so, and you will definitely have to glue these after you're done because they like to pop out. You have to remember not to tighten these until you have two pieces, two ends in it. So you go around, and a lot of times the pieces on this inside row try to confuse you. So you can't let that happen. So put this one in this row. This is the hardest part and the most confusing to most people that are making the wreaths. And then this one goes in here. Alright. And then you tighten. When you have two pieces in there, that's when you tighten the zip tie. So this is why we didn't tighten all the zip ties. Alright, so bring this one over. And get this one and come on over. Like I said, you will have to glue these for sure because they still, even though you're putting them in each neighboring zip tie, they still like to pop out. Alright, now this one goes over here. This one comes over here. Goodness, what is going on? Facebook needs to leave my peeps alone. Quit bumping you off. It's called Cable Tie Cutter, $13. I'm going to have to write that down because I'm going to forget. Gee whiz. That's not good. Okay. So again, this one goes over to this one. This one comes over to this one. Cable tie gun. Okay. And then pull. To the ground, guys. I see you, Willie. I see you. Go over to this one, and like I said, this row on the inside sometimes gets in the way and likes to get you all confused. So you have to try not to grab the wrong row. And this is also why you had to make these pieces 10 inches, because you need them a little longer. Crowd. I figured that, Willie. Alright, so you bring this one over. So you should be able to see now how the rose is really forming itself. this one over. $7.99 at Harbor Freight. And you guys have gotten the one at Harbor Freight and it works pretty good. Pull. So I think we're on the last one. This one goes over and this one comes over. And pull. So as you can see, the rose is pretty much formed right now. But see all these things popping out here? This is where you have to do all the gluing. Oh, that sounds good, Renelle. Thanks, Deborah. When you use it, you will think, what the heck? I went back and read the instructions. I think it would help you. I have no strength in my hands, so I can't get zip tied to. Yes, Diane. I think it would help too, because my hands do hurt, let me tell you. Especially when I'm trying to sleep. I'm going to definitely look into that. Okay. Thanks, Linda. Thanks, Yolanda. So now is where you can either start gluing or you can put your leaves on. I think I'm going to start gluing. And this is where you get all your clothespins out. Thanks, Diane. And you don't have to use those real expensive clothespins for this type of thing. You can if you want, but I don't like to get glue all over them and mess them up. So you grab all these little ends sticking up and stick some glue. Let me get my glue gun here. Stick some glue down inside and you glue it to the next piece over, and then just stick a clothespin on to hold it. Thanks, Barbara. So I'm going to put this away, get everything out of the way. Still going to need it in a little bit for the leaves. So this is when you want the rose to slide around. You just start in the middle and just put the glue down inside because you don't really want to see it. So if you guys have not followed my page, please do so. We're trying to get to 3,000 followers. And if you like what you see and you don't get my alerts, if you type alert and then alert again when you get the message from the bot, you'll know when I'm live again. You do not have to do that if you're already getting notifications. It's only for people that are not getting notifications. Hi, Jean. So just go around and add a little bit of glue to all these things sticking out. And there's a lot of them, I'll tell you what. There are a lot of them. Did you, Kathy? Yeah, I think that's the one that went to Crafters Convention, if I'm not mistaken. The pink one? Well, I've done quite a few. I did a yellow and red, and I've done a purple two-tone, and I did the pink and white. This glue gun's got issues too. So you can start taking them off as you go. If anyone would like one of these roses, they're $45 plus shipping. This takes a little bit of time, but it's worth it. Every once in a while I get one of my clothespins stuck on here. That's why I don't like to use the good ones. It was the yellow and red one that I saw. Oh, yes. Okay. You should be charging more for such a beautiful wreath. You lucky, maybe Facebook will let you comment. 45, an absolute steal. I know, Elaine. I know it is. It is for these fabric mesh wreaths, because the fabric mesh is, like I said, $8 to $8.50, depending on where you get it. A roll. Petals, Kathy. Thanks, Darlene. Tony, it is made on the large board. Yes, Tony, it's on the large board, and it's made with fabric mesh. Yes. I'm gluing the petals to the inside, to the petals next to them, so they don't pop out. And I'm probably overdoing it, but you know me, that's me. I buy a lot of glue. I'm always buying lots of glue. But I don't want my customers to get one and have the petals pop out all over the place on them. Thanks, Mary Lou. Thanks, Tony, if I didn't thank you already. I don't know that you have to do all this gluing that I do, but like I said, I want my customers to get a perfect rose. And then once you get all the gluing done, see, you just have to touch it and the petals fall out, and I don't want that to happen to anybody. So I do excessive gluing. I wouldn't say everyone does it this way, but I do. I do it this way. after you're done gluing, that's when you can really fluff and not worry about it. But see how they all want to pop out? And you don't want that to happen. Usually I don't show this part because it's boring, but I think you guys should see it all. Right, Tony? Thanks, Teresa. Hey, Teresa. Stupid glue runs out quickly, especially the little glue gun. Deidre. Sorry, I keep adding an R. Yes, there's more steps to this. Some people don't do this step, but you don't really want the glue to show, so you have to get the glue down inside the petals. So put them down in here, and then hold it. Awesome, Sam. Made one rose not my favorite to do. Right, Teresa? Why? Aw, thanks, Mary Lou. So, yep, you just go around and add a little dab. Thanks, Deborah. The last row is a pain in the you-know-what, that's for sure. It's not going to look like much till you get it all, get out of there, all glued in, and then you start fluffing. I got these. Yeah, this the last row is a pain in the tuchus. But once you do a lot of them, it comes easy. Hi, Carmen. Welcome, girl. It is a lot of work, Katie, but it's worth it in the end. Absolutely worth it in the end. It just seems like, you know, when you think you're done, there's another one popping out. You love the angel. Thank you. Don't you love the strings from glue guns? What the heck? Oh, that's the hanging cord. I looked and I saw that zip tie hanging out and I said, oh no, I didn't miss one. That would have been a little scary if I missed one at this point. Does the center stay? It does, when Brenda. Thanks, Faye. Thanks, Cecilia. Do you spray your wreaths? I spray my own, Darlene. I don't spray them before I ship them, though, because I inhale enough stuff. So I let the customer spray them. But I put a little note in all my orders on what to use. I always use the Krylon Clear non-yellowing indoor-outdoor spray. Yes, Georgia. Thanks, Barbara. Thanks, Shirley. Let's just get all this glue out of here. I don't know if I got them all or not. I'm sure one will pop up that I missed. Like right here. I'm impressed. Well, I won't say anything until I'm done. I always manage to break one or two clothespins on this job. Right, Renelle? Oh, wouldn't it be nice to have all the mesh pre-cut? Hey, that is a good, see, like right here, I missed this one. Could you imagine the business someone would have if they cut mesh and sold it pre-cut? That might be a good business venture if you could stand it. I would love to have somebody cutting my mesh. Jeepers. Glue strings everywhere. Glue, glue, glue. So I think I got them all. Pretty sure. This one. Right? I know. Alright, let's take all these clothespins out. So, one thing to remember to do, let me put these away. Remember to always, excuse me, remember to go under here and glue all these sections that you glued to your neighboring zip tie because they want to come out. So make sure you go around and glue all those pieces in because they will want to pop out. Strings of love. I just don't want to get any of this glue on the rose. But see, I forgot one. I forgot two. So yep, go around and glue. Thanks, Brenda. Glue these pieces onto the board. Try to get all your glue strings off. Try not to stick your fingers in the glue like I manage to do all the time. Did I miss another one? Yep, I did. I missed another one. Okay, now my Chromecast is freezing. Oh no, Renelle. That can't be happening, girl. Hate this glue. Likes to stick to everything. Just want to make sure I get all of these. I got that one. I think I got them all. Okay, so now I'm going to try to get all this excess off. Get this out of the way. So now it's time for the leaves. As soon as I get all this excess glue out of here. So you take your leaves, and you're gonna make, don't run your hairdryer across it. Really, Nellie? Thanks, Marlene. I never heard that before. I'm gonna have to try that. Thanks, Deborah. Okay, so you get your leaves and you fold them like we did the rose petals and the sunflower petals. These are 10 inches, 10 by 10. Just pull the two corners, fold it in the middle, and turn it. and then turn to the pretty side. Same thing with this. And you're going to put 2 on each end. I'll have to try that. Never heard that before. Okay, and you slip it into this one. Now you go on your board underneath, and you see where your hanging tie is right here. Pick 2 holes that are across from each other to put the leaves in. Stick it in there like you did all the other ones, where it's facing you. I don't understand this dumb old S-I-R-A. Ah, my petal came out. Connie, did somebody ask a question and I missed it? Debbie, where's Debbie? I don't see Debbie. I don't see Debbie. Okay, fit it inside each other. Good. Welcome, Gail. So happy to have you. Okay, so get this zip tie that we added to this hole. And we're going to put it in the toward me instead of, well, it's impossible to put this one in like that. So you have to go in from the bottom. Yes, so let's all welcome Gail. Just put it in and pull it tight, and there's one leaf. You can make these leaves, sometimes I make them 11 inches. You're fine, Carol, but this time I made them 10. Go opposite this corner, straight across, and add the other zip tie for your other pair of leaves. Thank you guys. You guys are so sweet. You will find Gail. My peeps are the greatest, and hopefully you'll be one of our peeps too. You can sign up for my live alerts by typing alert and alert again, and if you could follow my page, that would be great. So just pull the 2 ends, scrunch it in the middle, turn it, and turn it to the pretty side. That's one leaf. And then you do the same on this one. Yes, please come back, Gail. We love having all our new people join us. Just pull and tighten. And hanging hole. There it is. So, what do y'all think? Oh, well, let's put some glue on those leaves. You know me with the glue. One in burgundy for my daughter and one patriotic, and I'm trying to sell. Price 65. Do the notes. I have already checked. Awesome, Gail. All right. So I just glue on those leaves a little bit. Thanks, Deborah. Thanks, Linda. Just throw a little bit of glue in there. Thanks, Dolores. Just don't. Thanks, Teresa. Thanks, Carol. So here she is. Again, if anybody would like one, they're $45 plus shipping. Have to order some more red though. Have to order more red fabric mesh. So that's all we got for tonight. What should we make tomorrow night, guys? I don't know. Thanks, Alma. Aw, thanks, Teresa. So what should we make tomorrow night? Give me some ideas. We could do the character board we were going to do not too long ago, but then I got orders to finish up. How about the character board with This Is Us? Thanks, Deborah. I will share the pictures, but I have. You can, Sam. You can buy as many as you want. If you go to uniqueinthecreek.com, you put in Connie M, capital, one word, and you get 10% off. You could buy as many as you want. I did do a daisy, Elaine. Look back on my videos. You will see it. Thanks, Mary. Thanks, Debbie. A rose on the small board or the sunflower. Yes, Elaine, go back on my videos and you'll see all that of sunflower. Let's see what else. The daisy, daffodil, carnation. Yeah, I like this one. This is us, our life, our story, our home. Thanks, Mary Lou. Yes, Connie M would give you 10% of your purchase only at Unique in the Creek. If you try going to Amazon or Trendy Tree or Craft Outlet, you will not get that 10% off. Only at Unique in the Creek. Pinwheel sunflower. You mean the Sarah flower, Sharon? I've never done one of those. I could do one of those. I could try the Sarah flower. You love the character? Something for Father's Day. Yeah, flower boards. Inches. 16 and 12, I believe, Alma. See you tomorrow, Deborah. Why can't I use heart or thumbs up? I don't know, Mary. It won't work. Did you try clicking on the bottom? I haven't yet, Debbie. No one's asked me. Gail, get it at uniqueinthecreek.com. These are all the digital downloads. She has several digital downloads. You're welcome, Elma. Thanks, Bobette. Pinwheel. Huh. I don't know if I've seen that one. Do the Sarah flower. Good night, Brenda. Maybe I will try the Sarah flower. Or the character board. We'll have to think. Good night, Brenda. I'd like to see the Sarah flower also. Alright, we could do a Sarah flower. I could check that out and see what colors to make. When I couldn't click on anything, not even comment. Never did figure out why. Really, Elaine? If you probably would have went out and came back in, it probably would have worked. Good night, Mary. Good night, Debbie. Surprise us. I will do that. You want to see the Sarah flower? Dragon, Jane. I don't know about dragon, girl. Sarah, we're going to do a flower in your name, girl. And then my board comes in. You do that, Bobette, or can do a project you need to get done and we can learn. Well, I think I'm caught up right now, Sissy, unless my Etsy bell rings tonight. That would be nice to hear my Etsy bell ring. Purple, Sarah? Good night, Darlene. Oh, you're welcome, Marlene. Good night, Diana. I will have to see if I can get it printed here. We have Office Depot and UPS. I have another flower board. I will be watching the Sarah flower. Awesome, Gail. All right, let me put this camera up. Say goodnight to my peeps properly. And I keep saying peeps for all my new people that are here because I have a free group on my page called Connie's Peeps. If you'd like to join, it's free. Just go ahead and click on it. It's not for selling anything. It's only for sharing our designs and spending time with our friends Sunday, and it turned out pretty good for my first. I've never done one, guys. Never done the Sarah flower. Good night, Sharon. All right. Well, I just want to thank you all for being with me tonight, spending your night with me. I always love my peeps. Have a good night, Linda. Thank you. Good night, Jean. Good night, Dolores. Yes, after I get my blood work results, then I'll have a good sleep. I get the 2 babooms out of the way. Oh, Lordy. All right, guys. Have a great rest of your night. And God bless you all. Good night. Get up.